What's up YouTube, this is X79 guys. Today I'm coming to you with my latest deck profile video for the May 2020 format. Today guys, we're going to be looking at my updated hero decks. If you see my channel, you know that hero decks are one of my favorite decks to play. Been playing around with this particular build, trying to optimize my tech options, as well as fit in some new tech options into the main and extra deck to be able to combat the current threats in the meta. And I can tell right now, this deck works insanely well. It's able to play around some of the more devastating problems that this deck faces, such as Nibiru. And furthermore, it can be able to utilize in such a way where you can just build a smaller board than normally, let your opponent go, trap your opponent with a field spell, and then on the following turn, blow your opponent away, get rid of the field spell, and just be able to go in and swing for the kill. Very tricky and amazing deck, and I can tell you right now, it is so worth playing. So let's jump right into this. As always, monsters first. 2 copies of Destiny Here Malicious. This is the key extender in any hero deck. Banish this card from the graveyard, special summon another one from your deck. Allows you to get additional bodies on the board, build into your links, and be able to do a whole lot of different things. Always worth having around. 1 copy of Elemental Hero Bubbleman. I like Bubbleman in this deck primarily because there will be times when you don't have a lot of different cards in your hands. A lot of your spells and traps are going to be set on the field. Easy to bring out onto the field after you search him. He's just an amazing extender, or otherwise you could actually utilize him as just a fusion material from your hand, because with the way this deck can recycle cards like Polymerization, it'll be too easy for you to be able to fusion summon with him for a generic Omni Fusion. So definitely always worth having in your deck, at least that one. Another one of Honest Neos. This is the hand trap for your hero cards. While in your hand, you discard it to the graveyard, power boost a targeted monster on your field by 2,500 attack points. That hero monster that you targeted is going to get real big real fast and can pretty much clear over any problematic cards that your opponent might be throwing at your monsters. Very cool. 1 copy of Liquid Soldier. Normal summon him, special summon a level 4 or lower hero monster from your grave to your field. Very awesome. When he's sent to the graveyard or banished as a fusion material for a fusion summon, you're getting a mini Graceful Charity effect. Draw 2, discard 1. So definitely worth having at least 1 copy in your deck. Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist, everybody knows what she does. You special summon her, get a mass change from your deck, send her to the graveyard. You're getting a search. You can only use one of those effects per turn, but still, she's just an all-around great card to have. And just being able to thin your deck out the way she does, definitely worth having at least 2. If you want to play around with some of the ratios, maybe bump her up to 3, but I'm liking her at 2 right now. Card that I might bump up to 3 in the future is going to probably be Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier, normal summon him out, gets another hero monster from your hand to the field. He is pretty much a great combo starter, and that's the primary reason why I like him so much. If he's ever sent from the field to the graveyard by one of your card effects, you're getting another level 4 lower hero monster from the grave back onto the field, which is actually pretty awesome. It helps you extend your plays or get additional effects you might not activate it during your turn. So definitely the reason why I'm running 2 of them. I could bump them up to 3, and if I do, I probably might knock down Stratos to 2, but right now I'm playing him at 3. On summon, you're either searching out any hero monster from your deck to your hand, which is just awesome, or you count up to other heroes except for himself on the field, and you destroy that an equal number of spells and traps on the field as well. So this can allow you to get rid of your field spell after you're done using it to hold your opponent down, or that you've already blown your opponent out, and then from there you go in for the kill. So very, very useful. 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. Vion is the Armageddon Knight for this deck. Gets any hero monster from your deck to your graveyard so you can start extending with malicious or getting additional searches off of. Shadow Mist, always awesome. You can banish an unneeded hero monster from your graveyard to search polymerization. So all around, just an amazing card. And of course, we also have the 2 copies of Vision Hero Increase and the 2 copies of Vision Hero Varus. Okay, discard any card, special summon them onto the field, and then from there you set Increase onto your spell and trap zones. You can tribute off Varus to special summon Increase onto your monster zone, and then bring out Bion to dump a card into your graveyard, so you get the whole idea of how the engine flows. Just an amazing engine. 2 cards of each monster is all you really need. And last but not least, you saw Rainbow Neos in my extra deck. So yes, we are running the Elemental Hero Neos and the Rainbow Dragon. I have my copy of Rainbow Dragon around here somewhere. Misplaced it, so really don't know where it is at the moment. Kind of really upset me, but test playing this deck online, these cards weren't that much of an issue. At times, I might have drawn into Neos, but again, with the fact that you had things like Varus to get it out of your hands if you didn't want it there, or you just waited until you got Anaconda Verde Anaconda on the field to go into your Neos Fusion play. Yeah, both of these cards definitely are worth having in this deck to access that amazing boss monster. 1 copy of Hero Lives. Again, no hero deck is worth a salt without this card in the deck. Pay half your life points, you special summon any hero monster you need from your deck to your field. Awesome. 3 copies of Emergency Call. This deck does run more Elemental Hero monsters than a lot of other builds, so you definitely want to be seeing your combo pieces to get started. This is the card to help you get that done. Still taking my 3 copies of Favorite Hero. Favorite Hero is just an amazing equip spell while you control a field spell. It basically increases the attack points of your level 5 or higher hero monsters by the defense points, which is pretty damn awesome. At the start of the battle phase, it activates a field spell from your hand in your deck onto your field, which is just good. And it's any battle phase, not just your own. Keep that in mind. And then the attacking equipped monster can actually attack again by detaching the equip spell from it and getting an additional attack. So yeah, you can definitely go in for a swing and swing twice with this card and help you get those W's. 3 copies of Mass Change. Why can I say Mass Change? This allows you to go into various mass heroes that can help you be able to combat problematic monsters on the board. Control the board with Dark Lore, be able to swing directly with Anki, and search your deck for another Mass Change. Yeah, Mass Hero Blast in there, which can flip face up cards face down, which can basically turn off a lot of activated effects. So definitely worth having in your deck at 3. 1 copy of Miracle Fusion, very awesome. Banish any 2 hero monsters from your graveyard and or the field. Get out your hero fusions. 1 copy of Master Reborn. Again, amazing extender spell card. Should be in every deck. The field spell you want to be playing is 2 copies of Mystic Mine. I'm loving this card right now. Stops your opponent from activating effects. Also turns around and stops them from attacking your board. So it is pretty problematic. Moving forward, if anything does happen to mine, there is a Summon Breaker style field spell that limits your both players to only 3 special summons per turn. Might be a good card to actually consider in place of this, in case something happens to mine. 1 copy of Neos Fusion. Neos Fusion is an amazing normal spell. Can fusion summon out your Rainbow Neos by utilizing your monsters from hand, field, or deck. So not a bad card. I've actually drawn into this card a few times. Was able to get Rainbow Neos out anyway, so yeah. Very awesome card. Polymerization. Search this card out via your Vions. Be able to create different fusions with it. Always a good card to see. One copy of Reinforcement of the Army. This is a warrior-based deck. You want to be seeing your warrior cards as much as possible, so definitely search out the cards you need. And last but not least, to help see your favorite hero cards, you can have 3 copies of Armory card. This allows you to equip spells from your deck, run onto the field. It's a great way to really trip out your opponent and be able to lock them down, especially if they decide to go into battle phase to try to swing over small monsters. You can really lock them up pretty damn awesome. So that's it for the main deck. Extra deck, Rainbow Nails. You saw this. This is such an amazing card. You can send them face up when this card has a once per turn effect, but while it's face up on the field, but still send a face monster you control from the field to the graveyard. You could basically wipe your opponent's field of monsters by sending them all back to the deck. You can send a face up spell and trap card from your field to wipe out their back row. Or you can actually send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and all the cards in your opponent's graveyard get shuffled back in the deck. So there's a lot of different utilities that this card can utilize, and against particular matchups, it can be pretty damn devastating. So 4,500 attack point body, definitely worth having in your extra deck. Absolute Zeros in this deck. I can tell you right now, pretty easy to bring out. Not going to really power boost itself up with its own effect, but the fact whenever it leaves the field, it wipes your opponent's board of all their monsters. Definitely a very good card to have in your deck, especially when you're using Mass Change to go into a masked hero. Elemental Hero Sunrise, excuse me. On summon, searches out Miracle Fusion from your deck to your hand, which is awesome. And not only that, but you also can power boost all the monsters on your field by 300 points for the number of different attributes you have on the field. Typically, I usually have maybe like 2 or 3 attributes, so that's either 600 or 900 extra attack points, besides any other attack modifiers that the heroes might have. So definitely one card that's amazing. And not only that, but anytime one of your opponent's monsters gets into a battle with one of your heroes, you can target one of your opponent's monsters in this cards in this pocket, and that's actually pretty damn awesome. And not just your opponent's cards, your own card as well. So very awesome to have. Elemental Hero The Shining. This is another out for playing with against Nibiru. Fusion's a hero monster with Nibiru, which is a light attribute, and you can bring this card out. It gains 300 attack points for every banished Elemental Hero monster you have. So yes, and when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you're getting 2 of those banished Elemental Heroes from your banished zone back to your hand, which is just even better. So definitely something I love running in this deck. Mass Terror Acid. Use Mass Change on Absolute Zero. Nuke their monsters. Acid comes out. Blows their back row. And if there's any monsters left in the field, weakens them. So, worth it. One copy of Mass Terror Anki. Anki can attack directly, but all them battle damage is then halved. Not bad. Can search out your Mass Changes if it destroys a monster by battle. So, another great card to have in this deck just to get into your materials. Mass Terror Blast. Love this card so much. Pay 100 life points, you're flipping a card face down on your opponent's side of the field, which can get rid of problematic cards in a hurry, and definitely a card that can cause problems for your opponent. And the one Masked Hero that causes the most trouble is going to be Masked Hero Dark Lord, primarily because it's a walking one-sided macrocosmos. Any card your opponent sends to the graveyard is banished instead, and if your opponent searches cards, it's ripping cards out of their hands as well. So, yes, a mainstay in any hero extra deck you need to be running to. Last fusion is going to be Vision Hero Trinity. Again, to help blow out your opponent. Fusion, you need any 3 hero monsters to fuse together to bring it out, and then on summon, its attack doubles, and it can attack monsters up to 3 times. So yeah, very awesome card. You start adding in other power boosts, like from Sunriser or possibly Dread Decimator, or even the Equip spell, yeah, you start getting the idea. It can get real strong real fast and cause a whole lot of damage. Alright, mention this with the Neos Fusion Predaplanet, Verte Anaconda. Send Neo Fusion to the graveyard after paying 2,000 life points. Its effect becomes the fusion spell's effect, and then after you activate the fusion spell's effect via this card, you can't special summon any other cards outside of that, but still, it is an amazing card. And it can really help get you out of jams, especially if things go sideways on you. So, definitely great tech to have in your extra deck. And of course, the standard Hero Links, 2 copies of Cross Crusader, brings back your Malicious to the field. You contribute it off to search out any hero monsters you need. So definitely worth having in your extra deck. Wonder Driver, another great card. You can recycle your Mass Change or your Fusion spells back onto the field so you can utilize them again. And then Dread Decimator, power boosts monsters based on the number of heroes with different names in the graveyard. Also can inflict piercing damage, and yeah, just an amazing boss to have on the field to cause problems for your opponent. Guys, that is it for my hero build for the May 2020 format. This deck is optimized and can really handle various plays against your opponent. It can handle being hit with hand traps at different points, and it can really be able to turn the game around to get you those W's. So guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe and enable the notifications so you don't miss any uploads. Check out the description box below. Find the links from my affiliates, SideDeckVersus.com, amazing resource for any Yu-Gi-Oh player to help build your side decks for various tournaments. You have TCGplayer.com as well, shop there to help support the channel and help us grow. Check me out on other social media, Twitter and Reddit. And if you want to help build this community, I have my Discord link in the description box below as well. Join the conversation. We'd love to have you. Alright guys, until next time, peace.